Okay, it's about time. Meg, get the sorry, my cat's being a fucking idiot. Alright, it's time to answer the Q&A questions.
Good boy asks, what's your favorite object show?
I'm sure if you've been my friend for a while, it comes to no surprise that my favorite object show is fucking livid that this got canceled, by the way. I mean, 49 characters, it was not gonna finish, but fuck. If you're asking me about favorite ongoing object shows, I'm gonna have to say Animatic Battle by Grainy Guy and Go-A-Five by Shattered Waters. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, the large cast object shows?
Now you die.
Good boy also asks, how often do you check out new object shows? Way too little, I'm gonna be real. Good old Nobility here says, what's your favorite BFDI character? It's fluctuated before, but some consistent favorites of mine have always been Balloony, Book, Donut, and Snowball. Oh, and Snowball. What do you think the perfect amount of characters in a joke show is? I'd recommend less than 20, but if you're fucking daring enough, I guess go for over 20. To be honest, there's no real good answer here because joke shows are kind of less effort-based and more comedy-based, so you could probably get out episodes quickly.
No, well, okay, Unity.
What is one canceled object show you wish was brought back? Who's your favorite character to voice act all the ones you've done? If we're talking for other people's shows, I'm gonna say like fucking... To be honest, probably me from Boib. He's just a very, like, expansive on my voice range and stuff like that. Crackery from OTA might be up there because OTA was a show that I've very much looked up to all the time, so being a voice role in that show was pretty damn awesome. And because he was pretty much my first ever, like, voice role for another person's show. Not gonna read your name, but you said, so is Object Shit Show canceled or continued, or discontinued because of the swearing? Object Shit Show is by no means discontinued, but it's getting very, I guess, not fun to work on. What's your favorite character you've ever made? I haven't ever shown him off in the public, but here's invisibly, and he's fucking awesome. Might use him in Discord Emoji All-Stars, I'm not sure though. Do you hate Cactus because of scaredness or Virus because of vomiting? Oh, I don't hate Virus, but they definitely should have gotten out in episode 1 over Boba Tea. I don't even know what the fuck the thought process was. Will you forgive Ramen Animations because he was completely changed? I'm sorry, do I know you? Hello, stop ignoring me! Okay. Can I ask you a good question? Your questions suck. Next. What's the best flavor of air? Weed. What's up with that bucket of wet slop under your bed?
The world is in turmoil, and people are in pain. Even still, we can take comfort in knowing that there is bucket of wet slop grins.
Do you have an ObjectSona? Fuck yeah, I do. His name is Glizzy, and he showed up in Rampage Battle, and he was fucking awesome in episode 5. Do you miss the MSM community?
You know, days have gotten even weirder for me.
Look me dead in the fucking eye and ask me if I missed that. What got you into object shows? Honestly, probably Total Drama Island. I watched it a little bit before I watched BFDI, and then I kind of got into BFDI as time goes along. What do you think the worst object show is? Don't have a least favorite, but I'll tell you what the most fucking overrated one is. Did you call yourself Glizzy because it's your favorite type of hot dog? Okay, so, one, hot dogs are typically, like, referred to as glizzies. It's just a slang term. And two, I've got to tell you the little story here. So, I was playing Among Us in, Leo Friends' server before I was ever friends with him. And I went by the username Glizzy, and eventually, as I kept playing Among Us with Leo and his friends, they actually took quite a liking to me, and just decided to kind of make me part of their friend group. And they never really stopped referring to me as Glizzy, so it's just kind of been part of, like, my daily username / internet alias. And how would you rate all the seasons of BFDI right now, from best to worst? At first, I'm ranking Battle for BFDI. It's one of the first shows that I actually, like, got into the OSC from. And it had such a good vibe that only really Animatic Battle was fully, like, replicated flawlessly. BFDIA is the next up on this list, and it is so fucking good. Like, it's still kept its charm from when it's first aired since it last got canceled. I'll tell you that much. The Power of Two is up there, and people keep saying it's like the best BFDI season, which I would have agreed with, like, when episode 1 came out, but honestly, 2 has kind of fallen off as well as the other characters. I really liked him because he was this snarky kind of asshole guy, and I figured that he would take that into hosting, but really he's just been kind of a very typical host character. IDFB is next, and while it only had 1 episode, it was a pretty good episode, and I feel like this was what was going to lead everything into BFB. I'm assuming they just didn't want to do it, and that's why they canceled it. Here we go, first season of BFDI, and while it's really awesome to see that it's improved from here to now, while some may argue this was the OG and it had charm, I don't know, I couldn't ever get into it. Battle for BFB, fuck this piece of dog shit. They took every character and said, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want with them. So they made 4 this absolute fucking man baby and then took every character and butchered them as brutally as he did. The only thing I liked out of this season was the ending. And some of the challenges were very creative. But alas, IDFB had 1 episode and it was better than all of the Battle for BFB episodes. BGN, what's up, buddy? He asked, when you started YouTube, did you ever think the channel would grow to the size it is now? Dog, I didn't. Honestly, I genuinely kind of thought that it was just going to be like, 100 views was like a milestone to me. I never thought it was going to happen. I remember back when it was just playing Minecraft with me and you, and honestly, dude, like, you're one of the OGs on this fucking channel, so can we give a shout out to VG and the Unwise, please? Speaking of which, pufferfish or killerfish? Killerfish from San Diego. Video's getting kind of long, so we're just going to stop here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I might do another one of these, I'm not sure, but if you do have any more questions, leave it down in the comments, and I might do another video. I'm not sure. So, yeah, I'll see you later. Don't expect OSS 2 for a while, but do expect something else that I am working on.